Diet Coke. All right, this is Chris Delp live with you again at Glitch Bar. Thank you for the momentary break. I do not want to be famous, so someone's getting chucked clean out of this chat. After I get my ban on. Bang, got him. Got him. That's why I'm here. All right, this is Chris Delp live at Glitch Bar. We're at Hive City. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. It's HCC 3. It's been a long one so far, but we are through the primary groups. We're starting group. This is Group B, Stage 2, and we're starting with SFLs versus Space Docking.
Group B, Stage 2 will hold on the back half. So that is the finish. Group A will continue right now.
All right, I'm ready now. Hive City versus Space Docking. I'm sorry, SFLs versus Space Docking.
We're going to hold on that. That's B, and Group B actually isn't done back there yet. This is.
Weird Worm. All right, we got Weird Worm versus Floduh Men. So this is MJ's team, Floduh Men. All right, Gold is top, so Gold's going to be Weird Worm from New York City. I know the chat's happy about that. There's no Florida people in the chat because they're all here today. Shout outs to you for joining us. Thank you again. We're at Glitch Bar. Thank you to all the sponsors that are running in the top right part of the screen. And we had a hiccup with the whole Hive Mind thing, so unfortunately I'm going to be calling the matches manually. Yeah, please.
I don't want to monopolize the booth, but.
Nah. We're good. Basically, if it's open, I'd appreciate the help.
Do you like a more play-by-play style or like an analyst style?
I would say play-by-play because I don't track the action as well as you do. You track it very well. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're giving up on the whole Hive Mind running this.
Oh, yeah? Good to know.
Believe so.
Worked swimmingly for a round one.
Yeah, the internet challenge went down is what happened.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Yeah, so we're going to start with Weird Worm and...
I know Brian, I see Brian Aston, Jabin.
Yeah, it's Weird Worm and Floduh Men. And that's who you're talking about right now. Is
yeah, that's right.
Floduh Men. Sorry, Floduh Men.
Floduh Men.
The all Florida team, including Brian from Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So this is group stage again, the second group. Kind of a balanced group at this point.
And blue team, Floduh Men, have ascended to Group A. They were initially seated lower, and then they performed well.
All right, this should be live right here.
This is it. This is our game.
Gold team is Weird Worm, New York's team.
Okay, blue wins the space to form mid. Gold opting for a second speed now. Is that a second formation? No, that's a first formation mid right now for Gold. They get a second slow. I don't mind the panic, not the panic berry, the route berry where you're discouraged, you're not able to go anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
Preserve your speed by going into the Hive and get some invincibility. Oh, well done in that tunnel. Took 3 pieces to do it, and Gold Abs answers well.
It was basically a pinch above right gate there with speed blue checks. I'm sorry, gold checks. Man, it's been a long day.
Yeah, you've been doing it. You've been through it, Chris.
Been here since 9 a.m. and it is currently 4:30 p.m.
Thanks for your service.
Of course, of course.
Are you getting the care that you need, the accommodation?
There's a Coke behind you. Nice rise there by Gold Skulls. Gets the queen. Very end. Smoked them.
Just one slow warrior for blue, and so they're going to take the time to stack up these speed workers. I kind of like that choice. So that's going to if they do transition those speed workers, it will help them reestablish the map. But right now, a little bit of snail pressure by Gold. Can't last forever just reforming workers. They're wiped now. They do have, blue abs running around with speed, avoiding getting popped by the whole wall of the Gold team.
Got blue abs up and killed the speed
Clutch
warrior.
form now for checks. Oh, 2 speed warriors. Excellent work, blue team. Way to go, Floduh Men. That's big. Now they have a fighting chance against this Snail Fortress. You see checks dueling with Gold Skulls, who he has speed advantage over. And now a third up for blue.
This is my first time getting to see Floduh Men play as they were on the off cab. I've been here on the main cab.
Okay.
Weird Worm, though, definitely a good team. We saw them early in Group A.
Just the one warrior again for Floduh Men. They've been here before, and they're going back to the well. They're getting the speed workers, drawing the enemy warriors high, and then Blue Queen can escape down low with her dive to try to meet up. Oh, they make it look so simple. I haven't had that thought before, but when I say it, commentating them, I'm like learning. I'm like, oh yeah, that does make sense. That is a good strategy.
Blue wipe now, though. This is bad.
Well done. Blue Queen had to watch for the bump from the right, and then that she left her back exposed while she was anticipating the bump in from the worker.
I suspect she was directing traffic on the cab, just not on the joystick at the moment. So Weird Worm goes up 1-0 as we move on to night map. Yeah, let me get the.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got to keep it on the. Off the DJ booth.
Exactly,
so
away from the goods.
All right, we're live. And we're back. That was my big break.
If you need to take a rest, do your thing. I'll try to
you don't know
hold
me
down.
very well yet. I'll rest when I'm dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Heard.
The Weird Worm getting the snail close to the edge of the bridge. The rope.
Yep. They've got 2 warriors, which is, fine. They'd like to reform a third, but it won't be speed because they don't have speed gates nor workers right now.
Are these group games?
Yes.
Team names? Yes, they are group. The reason you don't have team names up here is because Challenge blew up earlier in the day and kind of nuked the Hive Mind connection. Hive Mind's been a strong one, but I will tell you, Gold Team is Weird Worm from New York City, and Blue is Floduh Men, MJ's team from Florida.
Yeah. Good to see you, Amandra. Thanks for being here in chat. We got both coasts watching this game right now. Oh, almost a spawn pinch on Blue Skulls. Just a hair of mistiming, but definitely the right play to make. Even if you don't get it, you're taking that space and forcing Blue Skulls low, unfavorable flat.
Yeah. If you buy the positional advantage, then that's worth something too, for sure.
Good opt out by Blue Queen. The Gold Warrior's collapsing behind her, and Gold has been controlling this mid. Mid long is Gold's territory. And every time Blue Queen wants to enter, she gets forced out by a waterfalling warrior. Oh, good track by Speed Abs. That's Daphne. They were doing a great job up in Pools Round 1. It seems like they haven't gotten any rust since then. Quickly, Blue Queen on last. She's got to figure out where she wants to form her team, and with this snail becoming more and more urgent, she's going to need to rely on her Speed Warrior and Brian Aston. Blue Abs, but their mind melded. They both get covered on the bedtime. The push out from mid-long.
Was there a queen in there?
There was a queen. It was behind Blue Abs.
Man, trying to hide in the tauntaun, and Han gets caught anyway.
That was a heck of a call out by Tyler. Read the map well, knew where the momentum was going, and had nothing else to lose, I guess, with that kind of pressure. Well done, Tyler. And in the best of 3 format, all it took with those 2 maps for Weird Worm to come away.
Oh, is that what we're
with
doing?
The,
We're
with
doing
the
best of
victory.
3 now?
That's
Okay.
right, best
Okay.
of 3. So next up we'll have D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F versus SHREK.
Yes.
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F being the Group A team from before, and SHREK being promoted up from Group B.
SHREK is a DFW team, so
Yes.
for those watching this stream exclusively, I will tell you I know them quite well. So their name is an anagram for the players. That's
Yes.
Steven, Heriberto, Rosalinda, Eric, and Katie.
Yep.
And Katie might be the most terrifying of them all if you're a queen trying to get that damn snail. I swear
Especially on
I
night.
can't kill her.
Yeah.
She's unkillable.
She's
frustrating.
She's very heads up on the snail.
I know to go away. Like, I'm either dropping on her head or I'm not even approaching.
Or if you can get a worker to feed, that'll
Yeah.
neutralize the bump threat.
It would, and potentially, but somehow she gets around that
Somehow.
too. Yeah. So a very strong team from the DFW area. They've been together for a couple tournaments now. Not their first travel tournament. And Heriberto is just a monster. The queen.
Yeah.
Have you played with him much?
I've gotten to see a bit of his footage. I haven't gotten to play with him much as a queen, but recently he's been touring it around town. And so I've gotten to see a little bit more, been watching some other tournaments, and he's fun to watch.
So season 3 of the Free Play Killer Queen League, he was in it, queening for a team. And when my team had to face him, I was like, just imagine a rabid cat inside of a dark apartment. Like, approach with caution. He's going to hurt you. He's going to come out mangled.
Understood.
Should be good to go. Blue, SHREK is tapped in. Again, we won't have the names on the screen, so I'll tell you. Blue is SHREK, and gold is D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F.
Yep.
Dylan looking to show us what's up.
And just a warning, viewers, we are at the start of a group. It's been an extended period where there hasn't. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was just telling the viewers, and Dylan came over from D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, kind enough to let us know, hey, we're going to do a warm-up, and that's what I was going to mention is that we're at the start of a group, so don't be surprised if we see a couple warm-up rounds. Maybe one more team hasn't gotten to play yet in this group, and so there'll be one more warm-up.
Clearly Egregious, I would guess.
Yes. They definitely stayed up in Group A, and we haven't seen them yet. They'll be up in round 2.
I'm going to get my
Pillow and a blankie emote for Tyler. This is the bedtime. You get the kill before midnight. That's when you go to bed. The bedtime special. I love all the emergent language for different plays, and it's good stuff.
How many teams are in this group?
There should be 5 teams in every group, unless we had
That's right. We got an A and
unless
B.
we had an extra 21st team. That would upset the balance. But I was in Pool C. There was 5 teams in my group. If I remember correctly, there were 5 teams in earlier A. So
Trying to get my notes out on these teams. So who are our 5 teams in this group? Let's put away the rest of them.
well, we're seeing 4 now. So we have clearly Egregious would be our 5th. We have D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F,
There's
SHREK,
Floduh.
and then the matchup we just saw, Floduh Men and Weird Worm.
Okay. You say clearly Egregious is in this group.
That would be, yeah.
Okay.
I think they were in A and they performed very well.
All
I
right.
imagine they were not demoted from Group A.
There we go.
I love Captain Tyler using his own emote in chat. Thanks for hopping in, Tyler. What's nice is the spectators here on site can see, monitors with the OBS feed.
Yes.
So when a chatter, they can interact with chat that way.
Yeah, they can see
They
both.
know people are talking to them, and they can hop on chat to let them know. Okay, really interesting mid-open. Blue looked like they had the edge, but Gold able to hang on, Dylan was, get the tag and escape with his life. So they weren't able to form there very easily. Now both teams up 3. Slight snail advantage for Blue, but Gold is forming another speed worker right now.
Yeah.
That would be their
Yeah,
well denied in the wrap by Blue Skulls. That's Eric,
right.
of course,
and,
from SHREK.
and that gets him a second warrior.
Well played by Alberto over at left gate.
Tagging speeds now.
Got a few picks there. It's really interesting. I think some players definitely need to like warm up a little bit, and some people are like aggro and
Yeah, that dude's a
ripping
psychopath.
and raring
Yeah.
right off the go.
Yeah.
And it seems like Alberto would be the latter.
Yeah, you see he hit that J that he didn't need to hit, and he got himself killed. Like, that's a super Roberto play, right? His tech is always there, and yet sometimes he relies on it to put him in weird situations. But Katie has moved the snail out of the tunnel. And again, see, look at him just J on the queen. There's no one on the other side. He just wants to get in your head. He will actively use that berry to kill you also.
The loose berry manipulation for combat's sake, not just for kicking the berry in, but for expecting a combat, you know, is really exciting stuff. And definitely something that's getting developed a little bit more lately.
A lot of movement there from Rosalinda. She's got speed and just flying around the map.
Rosalinda on blue abs.
Correct.
She's stacked up underneath, laddered with Alberto, crossed underneath. So she's playing an aggressive column and has to negotiate with that gold queen diving down on that right trench.
Full gate control here for blue. This is extremely bad. A wipe. Alberto's not letting him back up. Chasing the queen. All right, one there. Good.
The two Spirit Warriors are comfortable closing this out, Rosalinda and Eric. They're positioned well. They're really forcing the hand of gold team, but they get answered well by
That's a
gold
wipe.
checks.
That is a wipe. We have all gates for blue.
Big trade.
Katie's chugging the snail again to get one up. But great job from Gold Queen in very awkward situations, getting up multiple warriors.
Ooh, I really like Eric's responsive play. He's really responding to where the enemy pieces are and moving to an appropriate position because of that. Collapsing down out on the gold warrior there on right trench. And now he's trying to escort this last worker in and make sure there's no snail progress back from gold team.
Nice pickup of the peeking Gold Queen by Roberto.
There it
He's
is.
got a
He's
J on
holding that
that.
cap.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
And sometimes that
No.
no need J turns into a kill.
No,
Gold Queen
that
on
one,
last.
I've seen that one many times. That queen was dead.
You condition your team for it. All of a sudden, you're playing a way up-tempo game. Team names and score. It's 0-0. Team name is SHREK on blue and D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F on gold.
Yeah, and set score is the first game of the set.
Yeah.
Roberto gives back that egg. He's gotten 2 spectacular kills and then just giving them right back.
Now, when Roberto's on last, does his play style change, or
No.
is he still a madman?
He's still.
He's going to hit this when he sees the right moment?
Yeah, he's fearless. He's now.
I think
maybe
if he collapsed back onto Abs, who's
He'll be-
invading the space.
Yeah, he'll be less reckless. He's not. Oh,
Good look by Eric. That's not a bad play.
needs more warrior support
One
here.
slow warrior for blue is kind of tough. They still have the OBJ, so they can reform, but it's going to be harder for them to get a speed worker because only speed gate they have access to is top left in gold's territory.
Yeah, I want to see him go tag that gate again.
Or maybe
Both-
his own.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is,
There.
right there.
Yeah. All right, and Katie's done a great job just keeping that snail right there. They can't get anything on objective pressure, so.
Oh, so Carlos disagrees with you, Chris. He says safest last life queen he's ever seen.
Wait. Okay. So let me clarify. He will still hit his tech at a 100% clip.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a effing monster, and if he needs that J, he's hitting it on you. Period. And in fact, if you see him coming, go the other way.
Okay, right now Gold's got a really nice fort over into Blue's territory, over right fort essentially. But you see this little flirtatious Rosalinda scraping underneath the right gate. It's in compromised territory, and she gets punished for it eventually. But was pushing her own snail well into territory that was being controlled by Gold. All right, double queen last. Oh,
Good
that
job.
was the strike.
What an
He
opt
knew.
out by Roberto.
I can't believe that missed. Well done.
Yeah, he does it to us enough that he's seen it coming.
It was a good strike and good evasion. I'm expecting a
Oh,
same side
wow.
pinch.
Heriberto almost wipes the whole team in one swoop.
Speed Warrior on the far column. Spells.
Yep, this is
Unfortunate
it.
for Heriberto. Oh, he crosses underneath but can't get to ceiling fast enough and gets punished by Gold Skulls. Well done. I think that's Abdu on Gold Skulls. That brings the set to 1-0 gold.
Of course it is.
And blue will get to choose next map, either night or dusk.
I'm looking at some of those middle of the map kills. Heriberto gave some away. If he tightens that up in the next stages.
Yeah. I want to draw attention to
this team is scary.
the up times between Jason G and Captain Eric, blue skulls and gold checks irrespectively. Over 70% uptime for both of those pieces. They were putting in some work. And I know Eric was Speed Warrior for a lot of that.
Yes.
And that's a lot of influence on the map. That's why all that snail pressure was there.
Let's see what they open. Looks like they're going bottom. Yep, the fight's over bottom. Blue wins the snail.
Gold gets a formation mid, which is nice and convenient for them. But blue has the column they want.
Immediately kills that mid warrior. We're already off the rope.
Exactly. That's why that low open was a
Again,
good trade for blue.
Just relentless J's in your face by Heriberto.
Yeah, watch out, Abs. He's coming. As soon as Heriberto's scraping left long, you can't really be holding cap on mid anymore.
Gets the queen peeking. Threatened it. That was the J. Remember, he hit it time after time.
Yeah.
The queen was respecting the J, and he just feinted and killed him. Man, ouch.
A push. Stripes could come down for the
Yeah,
collapse,
here
but he
it
didn't
is.
push it because I think there was a gold warrior threatening above air.
Oh, goodness. Just why?
Because he can, I guess. If he can, like he just gets to.
Mine's not that big.
You've got to make him. You got to make him stop. You got to force him to stop somehow.
Full gate control here for blue. Snail very wet. Feeding. Just looking to get up another speed, I think, and close this one out.
Yeah.
Good job, Gold Queen.
Good turnaround by Dylan. Oh. Blue
So much
Abs
pressure.
catches them. All right. 1-1. We do get to see a game 3 between this matchup.
You know what? These two can just fight all day. I'll just watch this.
It's a fun one,
Yeah.
definitely. But we got more excellent games to get to, so not all day.
All right. Dusk it is. Unless they choose Twilight.
They can't.
They can't.
It's off the table. They are forced to dusk.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the verbal ruling by MJ.
Well, they were going to pick it anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oof. Just under 90 seconds on that map.
Really, that was that fast? Wow.
I just have PTSD of watching Heriberto do that stuff, and against my team. So my God.
All right, blue taking a second. They're finding the adjustment. Now they're going to open their dusk. I'm excited to see how they approach it. It looks like they're sending 2 mid, but Queen not assisting in the mid formation. I think
No,
it might
she
be a
comes back.
mistake. No, she.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So
She's gonna get
denies they're safe. They get 2 tops anyway, though.
Yeah, denies the safe. They're getting a speed up mid is gold, and they denied the safe form, the slow form for blue at middle.
Right. So they only get 1 warrior because of this. Although gates are tagged.
Okay,
So.
a second speed for blue is a really big deal.
Yeah.
As long as he can survive this queen
There's
encounter,
the queen
Herb's
kill.
there to capitalize.
All gates are taken. Now that frees up blue abs. Rosalinda's going to do some damage. Good job, Warriors maintaining gates here.
Ooh, look at nice little spacing, blue stripes. That's Steve, is that correct? The S in SHREK?
Yes. Oh, yes, correct. That's Steven.
Okay.
Snail is past the berry patch.
Man, these 2 speed warriors for blue, I really like their positional allocation. They were really covering some critical territory. They lost on 2 different plays, but they're still rebuilding. They've got a speed worker who got up in the meantime, and now they've got more speed workers looking. They've got 3 speed units running around the map right now, looking for a meetup with Herb, who still has 1 egg.
Heriberto just runs
and
right
he needed
into
that 1 egg.
one.
Yeah.
I don't.
Good.
I thought he would have been in the iframes, to be honest with you.
Ooh, this is a mistake.
Someone needs to calm down Heriberto.
He does make mistakes. He can bleed. All right. there it is. Good cap in the wrap by Gold Abs. Wow, all right.
There it is.
Heather
That's your
got
win.
the game-winning kill, and that wins the set for D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. Well done, Portland squad.
Congratulations.
Next up, it'll be D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. again versus Floduh Men. Clearly, Egregious has to wait to rematch Weird Worm after this. They'll be on deck. So, Floduh Men versus D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F.
I guess I don't have to track it by hand anymore.
Not a bad redundancy if Challenge is going to go down on us. I'm going to go make sure the teams know that they are up and staged.
Thank you, JC.
It looks like Malloy is hovering by Gold Cab, which is correct. So it appears that they know as long as
Floduh
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F.
Men.
has come over for gold, or to blue. Excellent.
Yep, Floduh Man is on gold. And we have D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. on blue. Let's see. Floduh Men, they've been new to this stream at least. All Florida team. Let's see. We got Master Joe at Queen.
Yep. Multi-scenes, though.
Yeah. Yes. Jacksonville and Fort Lauderdale here. Jabin, Speed Warrior. Patrick's running Objective. Malloy at Vanilla. And Brian Aston from Jacksonville at Second Speed. I know Brian quite well because I played on a team with him in Arcade Monsters tournament in 2021. I don't know. All these days, all these post-pandemic days blend together.
I had the utter privilege of playing some late-night open cabs mix-ems with Brian Aston at KQAF in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And, man, that guy is a treat to get to play with in a nice casual setting. Oh, good times. Good times.
So
I'm looking forward to similar events like that in the future.
I tie him into my team's chats. He is officially my team's coach.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah, he's very, very smart
What a
player,
homie.
tactically sound, and can definitely help fill in the gaps of experience that I might have only being playing since 2019. Let me get by you here.
Yeah. So I would not expect a warm-up here. Both of these teams have already played this this stage of groups. So we're probably going to have a hot start here. Blue and gold both finishing their strategizing. They haven't readied up yet. Probably getting locked in Hive Mind. Dylan's looking around like he needs someone's help. But apparently not. You know you got this fan if you need some circulation.
If you want it.
Oh, no, I was
I
just...
smell that bad, huh?
No. I don't want you to blow it at me. I was just saying if you were worried about it being hot.
Oh, yeah, no. We're good. Now, out there?
Out there.
where
It's
I see all
actually kind
these-
of cool down there, believe it or not.
Nice.
Very good air conditioning here at Glitch Bar.
No, I'm more worried about my voice giving out after talking since 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Nice early queen kill on the bump.
Come on. Rob got a big
Dylan.
worker bump, and it got an early queen kill. Oh, answered by Malloy on Gold Stripes. Okay, interesting interaction between the queens. Gold Queen forfeiting a little bit of space to make a bait play or cross under when she felt right about it. And she's got a speed worker in abs. She's trying to form right. She does get Brian Aston up. Now he's on the map. MJ and Brian. Brian's providing a little bit of headroom for MJ, making sure, Blue Warriors can't freely control this right well. But Blue Queen pressures MJ all the way out through the ramp. And Blue Warriors were there to collect for sure. I don't think they'll miss it next time. A little bit of a landing lip by MJ. Doesn't need it.
No.
But it's going to be hard to invade against that queen, and that's what you look for your team. If you want to invade space, you have to have someone threaten the territory of the queen. That's what Brian Aston did on the Gold Abs. Speed's very helpful for that, for the cross-unders, for the approach behinds, all that jazz. Ooh, interesting pathing by MJ. He changes the mix-up, but survives with his life and only gold stripes to speak of as a slow warrior. Oh, good pick off. If you can get a formation off of this mid, that would be that's a pretty big deal. I think it's a slow formation, but Abs has speed on standby, looking to meet up with MJ. He gets up right.
Blue Snail got speed, trying to come out of the tunnel. Good defense there from Gold Stripes. There it is, out of the tunnel.
Right. Oh, good. That was a really clinical pinch by blue team. Blue Stripes, Jason G, just coming through the wrap, and Gold able to reform, of course, but a really good pick. Bought some space for his team to reform left as needed. Didn't stick around. Timing was a little off, or miscommunication there. And now Abdu's going to take speed. Man, I hope I'm saying his name right.
Who's that?
Matt Abdu. A lot of these names I read online. I don't hear said aloud often.
Another nice pick for MJ.
Yep. Heather might have been able to stick that warrior and turn around for a queen pinch, or for a pinch with her queen, rather. Oh, these gold warriors are picking really strong positions.
Yeah,
MJ
they're all fighting from high.
MJ cannot pass freely, and he opts out because of that berry over his head. He couldn't have stuck the warrior, or he was scared to stick the warrior because of the berry. He gets caught peeking. Here we are with just gold stripes or blue stripes to speak of as far as military, and that's exactly where blue stripes needed to be to help his queen out. They get a really good pick at the cap. All right, yeah.
2 peeking kills there for Master Joe.
He's going for sticks. I'm trying to see if he can catch somebody on a lazy path underneath the platform, but I mean, just a little bit of diligence by gold team secures the map. One for one for
Floduh Men.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dylan's on blue. I might have been miscasting that.
But yeah, Master Joe picking off Dylan twice, just peeking out, just kind of capping the ledge hard and faking the J.
Mm.
And he did hit it a couple of times, just in his face. So I can understand why Dylan is concerned about the J coming in. Certainly can't turn your back on him.
Okay, Dylan opens low, and he gets forced out of the space after popping Snail by MJ. And he almost denies that warrior form at right. But now Gold Abs up. Brian Aston just slow, but still a headache for blue team.
Blue does have control of the speeds, though. I guess it's a matter of a gate lockout. We're all up.
They're not locked out. They've got 2 pieces up, and one's a speed. So even though Gold Snail's off rope, so that's the trade. Are you going to trade your speed workers for Snail getting off rope and then reclaim map afterwards? Some people make that trade, Oh, good worker bump. Excellently executed by Floduh Men.
Yeah, they finally do that speed cycle.
Is that Patrick on gold checks?
Gold checks?
Yes, by process of elimination. Ooh, Aston had a really good waterfall, but the blue military was just really well positioned to kind of counter it. Because Gold Queen MJ wanted to push out that mid-long, but with having that second warrior up high, able to collapse down behind Brian, got a kill instead.
Gold runs a couple berries in. Now the third.
They had
speed berries at that.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh no, that's unlucky. Brian wanted to get up with his speed and unable to. Didn't quite have the timing, but could have run a berry if it just turned the corner.
Yeah, Gold has entirely pivoted to berries here. They're 5 in. Snail running uncontested at the moment. Gold.
Oh,
skulls.
Nice worker queen pick off there. Little worker bump into the queen dive.
Javen gets picked off by the queen. Nice, Jay.
Malloy and Aston up now, trying to play in this waterfall, which is the far side of the cab for them. They're on the left side of the cabinet, playing in the right waterfall, trying to slow down this Snail. Good job by Aston. And he denies the warrior form, too. Only one warrior up for blue. It is a speed warrior, so Brian's got to get over there. And he's staying active on the map. He's not taking the long lap like I usually do.
MJ on last.
Blue was able to reform. They were down to 1, but they've gotten all 3 of their pieces back up, and one of them is an additional speed warrior. So now 2 speed warriors for blue. Ooh, tough.
Didn't see abs until the last moment.
He
hit the brakes.
Got out of dodge just in time. Oh, good pickup on that abs. That leaves just blue stripes, a speed warrior for blue right now. And I feel like, well, they're not. Gold's not trying to do 2-1-1, but they're usually they're kind of struggling to get all 3 pieces up and allocated at the same time.
Yeah. We have blue running berries now. They're 4 in. And gold running berries, okay.
Okay.
Lots of pivoting of strategy here.
Blue's running berries because they're locked out. Gold ran berries because they created snail time for themselves and just have the space to run berries if they didn't, have the control over snail or speed gates that they otherwise wanted. So a little bit of like difference there based on the homework they did earlier in the map.
Now
Good. Oh, no, that looks so clean. I was really expecting MJ to hit a clean pinch there. Floduh Men drop a map to D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, bringing us to game 3 of the set. They're going to go to Dusk.
Yeah, one too many taps there for MJ. He had it.
Matt Lucky.
We take those. We take those.
Yeah, sometimes you got to make the call out. I think Blue was a little bit desperate there. So you see those desperation checks, tech checks, call outs. Like Chris said, we take those for sure.
Okay, right. I know quite a few warriors that like making call outs like that too. And then as a queen, you're just fearless. Like, you want them to call you out. So.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Usually
figure.
it's a free kill.
Yeah, usually.
It's good. Okay. Game 3, decider of the match. We'll have much less tie break shenanigans in. I don't know if we had any tie breaks that had to be played in first round, but there were scenarios where you could have had weird ties that needed breaking. I think Blue has a much more favorable map right now. Gold Queen a little bit low. She might just want to teleport out of here.
Yeah.
And I mean,
this is
Blue's
gonna
running
get bad.
berries, so she doesn't want to forfeit that much berry time. They do get a nice kill, but there's the teleport.
And the wipe.
Yeah. Tough trade. She's got a speed worker she'd like to meet up with, and she might be able to escort a top berry. I don't know. She's looking for the form. I think that's the correct move.
There's all 5 tops for Blue.
Yeah.
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F in a great position now.
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F put a lot of pressure on MJ without any warriors. Now with just 2 warriors to support him. But earlier when there were none or just 1, they got all 5 of their tops in. If this map goes long, but not too long, I think it definitely favors Blue right now, who can go 3-1 berries and split as needed. Speed worker runs are going to be devastating. Watch out for Rob on D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F running these speed berries.
Master Joe gets caught tapping too many times at the trying to front stick again.
Okay, wait a minute. Both teams make a big, strong berry pivot. And Blue checks loses their speed power up. They might take it again since it's free down there. Yeah, look at him go. Rob likes that speed OBJ. It definitely changes things up if you're playing heads up enough. A good job by both abs. Blue abs trying to contain the gold queen, and gold abs responding, shoving blue abs off of the off of the critical position. The three blue warriors all controlling gold Hive could just use an escort, finish some low berries, or they're really focused on, there's the escort, to the back door. Kind of heads up play by Rob, knowing where his team was positioned so that he could get an escort. He knew his team was controlling gold Hive, so come through gold Hive.
Kick in. Own goal there, 2 to go for D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F.
The abs v abs duel in Blue Hive is noteworthy right now. Gold Queen on last, though. Oh, gets a cheeky drip. Answered well by Dylan. Drips out Matt Abdu, but can't out-drip Dylan. Well done, MJ. And D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F takes it 2-1.
They are undefeated in this pool so far.
Dropping maps, but yes, in their 2 matches, they went 2-1.
All right, we're going to see our number 1 seed now. Clearly Egregious versus the Weird Worms. Clearly Egregious is going to be on the gold cab. Weird Worm going to be on the blue cab. I'm not hearing my Weird Worm call out loud enough. I want to hear it here in the booth when they're yelling Weird Worm.
We'll listen closer this next time.
Yeah.
So I would expect that we have a warm-up map for this next matchup. This is clearly Egregious's first match of Stage 2 pools.
Again, thank you, JC, for joining me in the booth.
Hey, I like being here. I hope I can add to the. Oh yeah, ugh, I can find out.
That's not here.
Yeah. All right.
Looks
We
like
had a
it's over
screen go
there.
down behind us, and I think MJ's on top of it. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully I can add something. I mean, they've done such a great job with the production value here and setting up all this great stuff.
Do you guys stream a lot in your area?
The Wondercade, we stream our weeklies. Not without they don't have commentary because we're all playing. Don't have the
Fair.
spare hands in our smaller community.
I know how that goes. I actually have a non-Killer Queen player who commentates our league matches just because everybody's involved in the Killer Queen League, right?
That's kind of neat.
Shout out to my man Jerry Garcia coming over from the FGC.
Oh,
and just putting the hype on to Killer Queen in the commentary, even if he does have a little bit of inexperience as an actual player. He
Those are always funny.
He loves Dayberries more than anyone I've ever met.
I do know that brand of commentator.
Yeah.
Who's always cheering for Dayberries and sad when no one runs them.
Right. It's just there. It's right there. They're waiting. We're seeing a warm-up here for Clearly Egregious.
Yep. Weird Worm showing off their nice, smooth movements.
They look like the Globetrotters there.
Big rotations.
Yeah.
Put them in the washing machine.
Yeah, put a berry in the middle there and just work on like bouncing it back and forth with each other.
Now that's a mini game.
Yeah. Then it would be just the Globetrotters and not Weird Worm. Wrong New York team.
Does Harlem have a cab?
Does Harlem have a cab? Yes.
What do you say, D? Does Harlem have a cab?
And is it modded with like the berries to be red, white, and blue? Once again, we're at Glitch Bar. This is the Hive City Classic 3. I want to thank everybody who came out and everybody who's tuned in on the stream. We are in the middle of our second group of pools. These are now 2 out of 3s seated by that monstrous pool.
Ooh, we got some guests in here. Thanks for being here. I see Joel from Chicago. I'm sorry to rat people out, but we got some homies in chat. Thanks for joining us, everyone. 20%. I see you, Jeff.
And according to my watch, we are 1 hour out from the indie competitions beginning.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to get through all the pools first.
Are we gonna actually get through them first? Okay, that would be.
How are you gonna run your indie tournaments if the people
See,
are
that's
still
what
playing?
I was thinking. Is just like straight, like boxcars smashing into each other, and we're gonna have people yelling for brackets in the middle of the Killer Queen event.
All right, here
I
we
think
go.
that's what's gonna happen. All right, carry on.
A little bit of queen control or gold controlling mid right now. They get their mid form. An interesting cross under to tag speed. But yeah, gold queen doesn't go answer by tagging speed, to retag speed. So kind of advantage blue, I think. Weird Worm had an interesting route that gold hasn't responded to well yet, especially if they get put in slow jail by a blue team who has multiple speed warriors up right now. There it is. Now Eduardo's had to path up to the top of the map to tag a speed, but nobody wanted it right now. So wouldn't be surprised if you see Sam make his way up there in the near future.
Nice queen kill there by Lex. Is that right, Lex?
Lex would be on
Gold
abs,
yeah.
yeah. Ooh, big challenge by Lex again. Making sure that Eduardo can't tag that left speed. I think that's the game plan for Clearly Egregious. Keep Weird Worm's warriors out of speed and in slow jail. But unfortunately for
Can't
Gold,
stay up to do it. Yeah, they're wiped.
fortunately for Gold, Blue already has some Speed Warriors in blue stripes. That's Tyler cleaning up a little bit. Ooh, and almost had a little cheeky catch on the dive pass. Oh my gosh, Tyler, come on, dude. He's making it look good. He's one of 2 warriors. He's only speed for his team. I don't know. Skulls might be coming up speed as relief. No, just slow. So blue abs. D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F is going to try to invest in speed for the team, as is Tyler. Abs unable to get up, looking to meet up with Blue Queen. Sam on last. It's going to be a little bit tough because Gold Warriors are choosing strong positions and they have 2 Speed Warriors to make these invasions with. No OBJ threat to speak of. This is just as JR would say, a slobber knocker.
There you go. And in that fashion, Gold Skulls off the top rope.
Once again, Sarah with Gold Skulls doing a great job cleaning up the last kill on Queen. And it is, I don't know, kind of probably, Sarah might be Sam's bane. I'm sure they play each other, you know, with some regularity over in NYC.
So she knew. That's why she sent it. I got you.
Probably.
So both teams taking some extra time to get their text straight. Blue finally taps in. So not used to seeing Rob as anything but Queen.
Yeah, I mean,
He's on,
before he was the
gold
Queen,
checks.
he was the snail god, right? I don't know if other people call him that or if that's just that shouldn't just be a Cincinnati thing. Other people probably say that.
So known in Cincinnati for his OBJ skills?
Yes.
That's what a nice change. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like our scene, most of the time people who are saying, "Oh, I'm really good at running berries," or "I'm really good at objective," it's they really don't want to put in the work to actually learn how to fly.
Well, I mean, you've talked about Katie Caston.
She's the exception. She's an effing monster.
Right.
And you get her away from me, please.
And diligent snail rider and slippery work by Sam getting out of that situation. It was hairy being on that. Oh my, come on, Sam, for real. You're getting some big formations critically as this snail is now in waterfall. Blue retaking control.
Oh my goodness.
All right, there's
Clean
the
J.
beast Sam awakened. Big vertical routing on the left side of the map for Sam and able to reform mids here and there. A speed warrior would be super nice. They're up 4 right now, so expect a slow worker to make a play on maybe a speed warrior or a gold queen. Now they're 3. Sam loses an egg, but 2 now for blue. They want to preserve these last these warriors. Okay, not a bad trade, but blue on last warrior.
That is 2 kills there for Tyler. 2 queen kills in a rapid succession.
Beautiful pathing by Sarah G. Pathing up through the waterfall to deny blue form at right gate. Sam in a pickle again. Looking for a formation mid in stripes. That's Tyler coming up now to help the team. And we've got 3 pieces. Nope. Just 2 now for blue. Running interference in this waterfall. Gold's making their strikes, coming down and trying to catch Sam unawares, but Sam wise to it all.
Gold Skulls, you said that Sarah, she's up again.
Yep.
And has been a force this map.
Good job by Tyler. He's in a tough position. He doesn't want to stay here per se, but he's going to take the space when it's given to him to leave. Sam, remarkably, after all the tough positions Sam's been put in, still has an egg to contend with.
Nice rise there by D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, taking care of Sarah.
Blue Queen does not have that privilege, or Gold Queen does not have that privilege. And you see the pop off by Weird Worm. Daphne, map secured. Oh gosh, I got to be keeping score.
It is 1-1. Yikes.
Yeah, if they're staying on cabs, must be 1-1.
Yeah, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F only 2 and 4. Those 2 kills very quick in succession to end the map. So, heck yeah. Gold Skulls, a real standout. That was Sarah, you said.
Yep.
Yeah, she was She was looping through the map, sticking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone was prepared for her to be alive. She's coming from every angle, it seemed like.
Yep. For what it's worth, I think Sarah prefers they, them.
My apologies.
Yeah, we got some NB representation here today. Shout outs, my genderqueer homies.
Yes. Much love to everybody who plays this game. And I will definitely try and
We
get
got
my
a good
pronouns
community.
straight.
We got a good community, and everyone's. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Me too.
Cool cats here. Okay, both queens opening mid, but one high, one low. Gold able to form mid, and Sam moves his way on out of there. Ooh, little kill on Gold abs. Not a freebie per se, but okay. The threaten underneath implication nets Eduardo a kill on Sam over by mid nub.
Blueberries are very strong. 4 tops in.
Okay. Sam decides it's time to tag these speeds. I don't want these jabronis chasing me everywhere. Speaking of chasing everywhere, yeah, he gave Eduardo a run for his money over there at mid-gate, or under left Hive. Come on, speaking of speed warriors, great play by that's clearly egregious. That's Cesar. Can't see him in the cams, but I know it's him lurking in the shadows, striking from the shadows on gold checks.
Oh no, that kicked in.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was Gold Queen who accidentally kicks in off of a double ricochet as the 5th top.
All tops for blues. Gonna be a little troublesome. I mean, Gold Snail shouldn't be forgotten, but now I think blue would be a little more comfortable reforming up a 3rd, maybe a speed warrior if we're getting our wish list.
Mm-hmm.
But backdoor berries, if you can't meet up with your queen, sure, run those in.
Picks up a queen kill with Eduardo diving late.
It works because blue checks. Rob is doing a great job holding down this snail, making sure it doesn't close out for gold. Now they get a little bit of a ride back. Should hopefully buy just more time to run berries or more time to reform if they should need it. Good pick off by Sam. Well done. It's just really fun to watch some of these elite players go at it. And that's why I love power pools. We get good matches. We get to watch good matches. And they're really exciting. Still 5 lows for blue. They've got 2 warriors, both slow though. So, okay, now they've got some speed workers looking to reform in stripes and abs. If Sam can get out of this like fortress situation, it'd be good to meet up with them. Tough pathing, and Gold Skulls, Sarah is going to deny the easy form, or the unattended form by blue, making sure there has to be an escort to get that warrior up. And we have Eduardo punishing Gold Queen. That takes it 2-1 for Weird Worm.
Congratulations, the #1 seed.
Or 2-1, excuse me, for Clearly Egregious over Weird Worm.
There you go.
And next up, we'll have D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F versus Clearly Egregious. So you'll see more Clearly Egregious action, but now on the blue cab. D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, you're up.
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F already having their 3rd match of this group. They're going to get done with these quickly. They'll be the first one to finish.
I think so.
Yeah, they will.
It's crazy because they're going to
Top
game
4.
5, you know, or game 3, I guess. They're playing all the maps that can be played.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've been watching D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F play for 2 hours now. And happy about it, by the way.
We have seen a lot of the Portland team's plays. Looks like Clearly Egregious knows they're up. D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F is converging over on Cold Cab.
Let's see if D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F can get first blood on Clearly Egregious. Give them an actual L.
Yeah, a
just a map.
set L
Yeah.
would be the first of
The
the
tournament,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, the tournament. They've dropped a map here or there, but with so
Right.
many like studs on the team between Sarah and Sam's clutch worker play. I mean, Cesar coming out of nowhere with some of these caps and checks. We've talked about Lex before. Eduardo holding it all down with the right amount of aggro for the situation. They're looking pretty hot.
Yeah, I get the pleasure of playing with Eduardo quite a bit, and we don't see the same game. I really just tell him
different.
Yeah, every time I play with him, I'm like, just please just tell me why I'm not in the position that you want me in, because I know you're seeing it. You can see like frustration on his face whenever you're not there for him, and I'll be like, I felt like I was covering this gate, and that's where I needed to be. So he sees the game on a different level, or maybe 2 different levels that I don't get yet.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. You got to find someone you synergize, or teammates you synergize with. Either you see the same thing, or sometimes you want to see different things, so that you cover the map properly. It's a hard thing to work on, you know, given a position, given where everyone is. What's the right choice for your time? And we'll see.
Really, I'm obsessed with being there for my teammate. If my teammate wants me there, I want to be there.
Right on. Blue's winning mid. We had Gold Queen Dylan feint down to mid, but not commit because it was covered well by Eduardo, who approached safely and from high. You see a lot of aggressive dive downs to answer in that mid battle. And I kind of appreciate Eduardo's restraint because it did the job without having to risk something like that.
Nice kill there from Lex. Still 2 warriors.
Okay.
Oh, another one.
Dylan dies, but he gets a speed warrior, so that speed warrior can hopefully work with Dylan and the slow warrior in gold abs. Maybe they can claw back in. Sometimes that egg's worth it, you know, if you get a speed warrior up. Hard to say it was worth it. Oh, good play by Dylan. Keeps the map alive.
Eduardo gets shuffled.
I think there's a slow warrior coming out of left. Stripes probably wants to use those invincibility frames to upset the situation a little bit. Make blue team give up space.
Snail is imminent right now with an escort. Here comes.
Dylan's coming in. He's got these.
Comes the hero.
He hesitates. I think he's fishing for a warrior kill. Oh, bump by teammate. Gold Skulls almost kills Dylan, but he's wary to it and gets the safety over in the wrap. Oh, these collapsing blue warriors are so smothering. Oh, what are you going to do about that?
You just got to take your chance. Like, he made the read of when he needed to go, and there's about, like, 2 frames when he could have possibly gotten out of that situation, and it had to be a perfect read on top of that. And, yeah, just all the numbers advantage going for blue team. Clearly egregious right now. All right, so 1-0. Man. That's some oppressive stats. 83% up, 77% up, 74% up.
I mean, you just get up and you stay up. I mean, the 70s are because that's the speed warrior or something. The 83 was forming off the rip and being up the whole time. 96 seconds. Yeah, we don't go down.
So clearly egregious, getting better as we go along.
That's even scarier.
Yeah.
They were already favorites for the whole event. They're getting their formations. They're controlling mid right now. Eduardo's, you know, swiping or something. Man, his tap is gets no animation. And he's letting his teammates do the work. They've got the slow warriors. They're controlling mid right now, making it a little difficult for Gold to contend the Snail. But they do get some picks here and there. And that's going to get probably a speed warrior form and a little bit of Snail control back. Gold Abs needed the escort and not quite the right position for Dylan to, or maybe just good outmaneuvering by blue team to pick off the speed worker and Gold Abs who wanted to form. Gets up slow right, just by the skin of his teeth. Not Heather's. I'm sure Heather's fine playing.
Oh, that was a squeeze right there. Eduardo was there. His warrior was not.
Let's see what work Heather can do with this slow warrior. She wanted speed earlier, settling for slow, but being influential on the map, she's got to watch out for these warriors collapsing down from the waterfall.
Good job just taking up space, too.
Gets stuck on the pineapple. Good punish by Blue Skulls using speed advantage to get a pick up on Gold Abs. Well, now Heather riding the speed snail. She's getting collapsed on. Yep. Gold Skull's or Blue Skull's got her number. That's Sarah Greenwood. Watching out for Heather right now. We've got here's what I miffs me. We got Gold Skull's just vibing. I don't know. I guess if you've got the map tempo, you can just wait for the meetup. But I like a little proactivity on the map. That's my taste.
In regards to,
So waiting for a meetup from a queen when you have speed worker and a berry, like I mean, you know what else? You could just run a berry or hit it like a bump somewhere.
oh yeah, always trying to be productive, add some value to your team at every moment. I see what you're saying.
It's a time optimization game, this KQ.
Yes, it is.
Among other kinds of games, I think it's a worker placement. It's a time optimization.
That wipes
Chore
the blue
simulator?
team. They might get up right gate here. Nope, they
Yeah,
do get up right.
Well done by Eduardo. That's just one to help him out. Now he's taking some speed workers. That'll be a little easier to meet up with as long as they choose good routes for their berry picks. Ooh, that'll help out. That'll bust up the map. Oh, remember those speed workers from blue? They weren't getting up. They were flooding.
Oh, there we go. 5 berries in.
I don't think it's not their win right now. They're not going for the gold. They are reforming mid, but it is something to be mindful of. It gives them options.
Clearly Egregious having trouble getting all 3 warriors up. Just when it looks like they're about to get 3 and turn the tide here, a warrior just goes down in a hurry. Good job, Gold Abs too. Gold Abs is
It's Heather.
Yeah, Heather's been controlling stuff.
She's got some columns. She's holding cap on these blue warriors who are trying to contend this snail, limiting their movement and trying to create pincers with their team.
Yeah. Wherever the action is, Heather is right above it.
And holding one column on it.
Yeah.
Now she's got the kind of the favorable column. Well, I say favorable, and then she gets collapsed on. Gets down and out.
But this is snail closeout, so
well done.
Wait.
Clinical by blue team. They do clean up Heather. The wipe is.
Yeah,
they got some time to rebuild.
Yeah, they got one warrior in checks.
As
so
long as
1 makes 2.
Yeah, blue doesn't start flooding berries. No, they're happy to take the snail time. They've got a little time to reform, and
there's 3.
oh yeah.
Nice, Jay.
Dylan's got to be crispy because he's on last, but his team has time and opportunity to pick their battles. I say time, but that snail is still the time pressure's for them, I guess. Blue's half done on berries. They're trickling, but I don't know. Who do you favor right now in this game state, Chris?
I mean, I'm always looking at the eggs, so.
You think Blue's got the advantage right now? You know what I'm looking at? That one berry left on the map. Who's got it? It's Gold Checks. Holding on to it. I think.
Yeah, the egg.
Chris, you were right.
All the pressure from every angle.
Wow, well done.
Man, we almost saw our, 4th, 5th famine of the night, the day.
So that's a second map for Clearly Egregious on blue. That wins them the set. Excellent work, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. Fortunately, they get a little bit of a break for 2 matches, while SHREK has a back-to-back, a doubleheader versus first Floduh Men and then second Clearly Egregious.
Well, this is it's going to be a good look. I cannot wait to see what happens here.
SHREK v. Floduh Men might be I don't know, volatile, let's say. Those are some players that'll be dynamic on the map.
Yeah, and the pop-offs be real. Yes, it's
Florida v. Texas. Some of the scenes that have seen a burst of life post-lockdown. Definitely making their presence known in the national scene, at travel events. See Brian and Jabin being picked up for mixed scene teams, and Dallas has been almost top 3 wherever they go lately. So this is definitely kind of a proving ground.
Yeah,
right
I haven't
now.
seen this team get top 3. SHREK, I mean.
Right. This is a different composition, but with the history and the practice partners, the scrimming partners you got in Dallas, your iron sharpens iron.
I've played SHREK many times. They are very good. They're very good. when they're on, they'll beat anybody, and then sometimes they can get wild at times. So maybe you can find some tactical advantage. I guess. I hope. I root for my boys too. So
Yeah.
it does seem like. It seems like Heriberto in particular is playing a different game than the rest of us, where he doesn't like a task robot. He just doesn't. He does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
No matter what, he does what he wants.
Tool-assisted speed run.
And that's, yeah.
Speaking of tool-assisted, Maker, Todd from Baltimore, brought his KQ playing robot with him, kind of advertising for Baltimore Brawl Remix. There will be prizes built by Todd. One of them, the prizes you can win, is this robot, this KQ playing robot. You can set it to tap at certain speeds.
So a physical robot.
Yes,
Okay.
it physically plays the game. You can put it on cab to be your teammate if you program it.
Okay, I got to see this.
I want to see
All right, we're live.
the task stream is real for KQ.
Yeah, Master Joe gets a quick kill on Heriberto.
Roberto's back in it. He's not as scared to challenge. He had Gold Skulls backing him up. That's Rosalinda, right?
Yeah, Rosalinda is
Rosalinda.
just a good tactical player all around. Actually, a better queen than she wants to let on.
That was a tough choice by Gold Checks. Using invincibility instead of crossing the queen's column or like getting out, staying in their own queen's space. It's not affording any new territory for your team. So a good thing to consider when you are coming out of a warrior gate, use that invincibility to disrupt the situation, especially if it's unfavorable to your team as it stands. But there's Checks, Gold Checks looking to form again. Maybe they can get up right, or maybe a meet up mid with a warrior would help them form. All those blue warriors rose up to ceiling. Floduh Men in sync. The mind meld.
Nice.
As they play this pre-lockout, just one slow warrior left for Gold Team. We've got Eric and Gold Queen Heriberto doing the work, trying to create a situation for his team. And now Heriberto is alone. Oh no, we've got one up. It's Gold Checks. Slow warrior this time. A good meetup happens. Unfortunately, you lose a life, but you get another slow warrior up. Tough trade when putting you on last.
Yes.
But if you got faith in your teammates, maybe they can make something happen here. Looking at the speed warriors.
Speed gate is taken for gold.
It's currently 2-1 blue warriors versus gold warriors, but blue has a speed advantage in blue skulls right now.
They can't even get another vanilla
1v1.
warrior.
I don't know. Just a turn kill happens on the right long. And it's the slow warrior who ends the game.
Yeah.
Brian Aston pinching with MJ.
The dam finally breaks. Very good map there from Floduh Men. Map dominant started right at the get-go. Early queen kill for MJ.
Yep.
MJ, and yeah, they never really let their foot off the pedal.
Sometimes that's all it takes. You don't get a speed warrior up, all of a sudden, that map, hard to claw back. I want to see what they pick. It seems like every second map has been night. I hope the losing
Is that
teams
required?
No, they can choose dusk to be the second map if they prefer it. We haven't seen a dusk map 2 yet. Good pop by Roberto and denial of mid-form. Pretty good pathing, but MJ just a hair ahead in terms of meeting up with the team. They're getting their forms now left where it was open. All 3 up, but traded for an egg.
MJ misses his stick and gets caught.
Ooh, kisses in the speed wrap.
MJ already on last.
And it was the gold warriors that were there to capitalize.
Snail is getting off the bridge right now. Good job clearing it. Aston again. He's been great.
Yeah, he was looking for some. He was trying to create some sort of stimulus that Gold Queen had to respond to, but she just played it correctly, and he got picked off for it.
Yeah,
now he wants to
why.
reform speed, maybe right with MJ, but he's got a warrior and a queen trying to deny the forms.
Meanwhile, that Snail is cooking.
Cross underneath. Okay, he gets Brian up speed. Well done, MJ.
Wow,
now he's going to
impressive.
path for a meet up mid. Excellent work.
Got a
That's
second
2 forms.
warrior up. That's awesome.
But now it's Snail time. Got to find a safe column to invade the snail space.
If Rosalinda had capped that ledge, that would have been the end of the map, right
Or-
under Mitsner Gate.
Right now, MJ's just trusting his warriors to do it. I admire that. Speed Warrior and Blue Skulls makes it 3. Oh my God! These Blue Warriors are doing. They absolutely tables Gold, bringing them down to a temporary wipe before Gold Checks was able to reform Speed right. I think these are just more slow warriors. Right now, Gold's in slow jail because we have Alberto unable to find the space to tag these speeds. Now he does, recognizing the situation astutely.
They still have snail pressure and an egg. But yeah, quite the reversal here. Now that speed's starting to take its toll. You can see him pushing Heriberto around the map. He clearly can't go
Big
anywhere.
stack. That was a great ladder or stack over at left gate to secure a speed worker form between Gold Skulls, who's slow, and his queen. Excellently done by Floduh Men. Oh, great job, Blue Stripes. That's Malloy gets a nice little cap or a peak kill, I guess, on O'Brien. And then a good run through, capped well by Gold Checks. Blow for blow. We were talking before this match happened that we really thought this would be a volatile matchup, and we are seeing it in all the confetti being spread around the map.
So I believe Heriberto bounces off the ceiling, reverses course down the waterfall, and Master Joe never saw that coming, I promise you.
Humberto. We've got 1-1, so we will get to see dusk between these teams, which is exciting. Having adept speed warriors on both teams could make MJ and Herberto's life trouble. I might favor Herberto in the dogfights in open space against speed warriors, but
yeah, dogfights with Heriberto is a bad idea, but if they can maintain their warriors and just push this team down and just
textbook caps.
Yeah, play Killer Queen against this team and make them be patient.
Contest over at right gate. The slow warrior in Blue Stripes is going to win the space for Blue Queen and make Gold Queen path low around so that they can get another speed warrior and Blue Skulls over at left. 3 up, 2 speed for Blue, definitely favoring them because Gold is wiped. They're trying to form. They do get a form up right, which is a saving grace. But some speed workers looking. They're trying to rendezvous with Herberto. Oh.
Yeah, he's below the triangle, though.
Patrick almost had the bump to deny the speed worker form mid. That was a heads-up play by Patrick. Just a hair late because of that speed disadvantage.
Good job, Gold, managing to get their warriors up despite their queen being below the triangle, and a lot of map presence from the Floduh Men.
Honestly, Gold team has really, this was a favorable blue map, I think, and Gold has clawed their way back in. They've got a speed warrior, and now 2 other pieces. I can't see if Abs has speed. Knowing Brian, he definitely wants to have speed, but he didn't get the chance this time. Oh, no.
Rosalinda.
Excuse me. Yeah, Rosalinda on Gold Abs. Apologies. Got swapped in the head. Rosalinda almost punishes a dive with really good horizontal spacing. And now she's denying that left gate.
Eric saves his queen there. You've got the skulls battling each other out in open space.
Ooh, good worker bumps by Blue. They clear out the Gold escort, and they're able to retake Snail. Just momentarily as Gold Abs responded well. That's Rosalinda again. Heads up play, denying the speed worker. This looks pretty good for Gold right now. We've got Brian, muddying the waters a bit, but with 2 eggs to spare, the OBJ pressure is more dramatic in my eyes. The map control for Gold is phenomenal.
Yes,
If Blue is forced to send their queen and allocate their queen to a snail fortress, then Gold can just send as many warriors as it takes in while Blue team's unable to respond. They won't be able to reform.
And they can have them all speed if they want.
There's a huge speed warrior pick. They're going to get 1 up right, fortunately, in response. But it's just slow right now. A second will help try to stop the bleeding, but now they've got to enter the play. Oh, good job. Oh,
that's another wipe.
Well done. Excellent play by Gold Abs and Queen, finishing that snail. Good columns by Skulls, securing the inside interference, and Gold comes away with it. That brings SHREK to 2-1 against Floduh Men, winning the set. Floduh Men.
There's another entertaining one where they can play a first to 10, and I would be just happy. Like, you just keep playing. That was too entertaining.
That was good. Well, we get to see more of SHREK, fortunately, now against Eduardo's team, clearly Egregious. So a Dallas queened mixed scene team,
Yeah.
five scene, versus true Dallas. Alberto and Eduardo, these guys surely play each other a lot at home,
Oh,
right?
a lot. And I think Eduardo will have a healthy respect for what Alberto can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very astute team. The clearly Egregious. I don't know how much room they're going to give Alberto to do shenanigans. So
I think my prediction is that if Blue SHREK manages to claw a military advantage, they might be able to really work that and milk that military advantage as Gold's trying to rebuild. It might be tough for them to rebuild. They've got some really great warriors, but you've got to watch their drone play too. Once they're up speed, Sarah, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, it's done. It's going to be really tough.
So this is something I've noticed from SHREK in every single map that we've broadcast so far. They get the early snail advantage. They get it, and they get that early pressure. Now, do they capitalize on it? Sometimes, but even when matches that they look lost early, somehow that snail's off the rope. It's under the ledge.
Just buying time.
Yeah, and I think if that whole team kind of realizes that, hey, we have an extra time gremlin over there that's giving us room to roam. The tech is there. The coordination. I really want to see them bring it together.
So we're expecting some OBJ pressure from Blue Abs Rosalinda escorting Blue Checks in Katie.
Yeah.
I think the star of the show might be Eric. He might be the decider of this match on Blue Skulls. If he can control the gold military and get picks here and there, him being present on the map will decide it. And right away, we see Rosalinda with a nice queen kill.
Nice.
Rosalinda.
Almost a bump kill on the other side, too. So.
And don't let me sleep on Steve on Blue Stripes either. He's slow warrior right now. If he can set up a pinch. Oh, they do clear out the tunnel. Well done by Rosalinda and Eric. This is the state we were talking about.
Yep.
Military disadvantage for gold. Blue might be able to really punish it with their diligent OBJ play. Oh.
They send 3 pieces to left gate and still fail to get a warrior up there.
This is big deal. I think this is the win condition for gold right now. Okay, good job by Gold, Skulls, Sarah Greenwood. Go ahead.
As we said, the snail moving in Blue's direction, moving in SHREK's direction
Big
every
run
time.
through. 1-1 or 2-1 in favor of Blue Warriors. They're almost a dogfight, 1v1 between Checks and Blue Skulls. Oh, and Checks comes out ahead on the come around. A good meetup left brings it back to 2 Warriors versus 2, but I think Gold is going to be advantaged here with 3 Speed Warriors versus just the 1 slow, and Blue Abs who's trapped and gets picked off by the Queen. A Queen kills the, like I said, good in lockout, but if Gold gets to reform, it's going to be devastating.
Yep.
They all have speed right now. That's the
and
huge
they're
part.
all looking at Alberto. So this is he's a magic man, but he's got to have.
Oh my gosh.
He's got to win this 4-on-1.
Rob, Sarah, and Daphne all with speed. Oh, we're making little checks here and there.
Catches one of them. Catches the queen too.
Okay,
He's
Herb,
a
let's
effing
go. Go off,
monster.
Herb.
Gets 1 warrior up out of there. Now Snail's only mid. This is the extra time that they were bought by the early objective pressure.
A nice slow form mid left. We've got a Speed Warrior. Speed Warrior probably needs to take a little bit of space.
Yeah,
Eric,
get out of there.
Get out of there. Or
You're
create
clumping.
a play against these invading warriors.
Yeah.
Now he's threatening the far column. Makes Queen a little more hesitant to come in. But, Eduardo will find the right time. He's taking his time and choosing his battles, right? Whereas Herb has to kind of claw the map back a little bit.
Both queens are on last, though, so
Yes.
anyone can jump out and bait them.
If I had to favor a surprising queen pick, it'd probably Gold. I think Gold would get the surprising queen pick.
I mean, he has all the pressure. He gets the high ground for free because he has all this
Watch out,
warriors
Cesar
everywhere.
on Gold Checks. He'll fish for it. He's definitely sharking low.
Look at all this pressure.
Oh, wow. Good lip in by Eduardo.
And almost a bump kill there. He peeked. He peeked.
There it is. Cesar did it. He found his opening.
I think he was looking. I think Heriberto was looking for a bump there. Didn't get it.
Pushed out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the warrior went like he had a bump potentially,
That's
or
what-
he could go for the gate.
Yeah.
Heriberto looked for the bump and came out. The drone went to the gate and
Oh,
got
that's
him.
what we were talking about, where like you gotta
Super aggro
see,
play all the time.
You gotta see what your teammates see. Wow. Checks are, yeah. I'll go with Cesar. That's a little easier to say. Well done. I mean, like I said, who's most likely to get a cheeky queen pick to win the map? I thought it was Gold Team, maybe even Cesar particularly. Sarah's been closing out positions very well though. So I can't I mean, even Daff, like all of them were up speed. It could have been any one of them.
I'm really impressed at the ability to hang in there through all that pressure. That was a nightmare. 3 speeds and Eduardo after you.
Gold Warriors controlling mid, and now Heriberto taking a lap to try to reform probably initially. Oh, clean, dude.
Jay.
Let's go. Good heads-up play. Reforms, speed abs. Rosalinda going to help with this. Mid control, and good answer by Heriberto. Trying to prevent Gold Warriors from getting up speed again so that his Warriors have a stronger fighting chance on the map.
Almost a wipe. They can't quite get abs to finish this wipe out, but
Gold's got speed workers. If they can, oh, good bump by Blue Stripes. Denying that speed worker from forming cannot be understated. That would have been a huge momentum swing for Gold.
that is Steven, Blue Stripes.
Well done, Steven. Just like a little heads-up bump. Like you've got worker's got to be looking for that pinch. I know Katie does. So on blue checks, so she's riding that snail. If you go to clear her, she'll look for the bump, just like she did there. She hopped, but unfortunately she was outside of tunnel already. Oh, worker
Good job.
bumps.
Good job, Heriberto, seeing that one.
Yeah, he was wise to it. Okay, wow, that speed
Wow.
warrior almost
Oh,
had the right path. Daff did. Now she's got to take a lap and reform. We've got a little bit of time, but I will say Blue Snail, that OBJ diligence.
Yep. It's wet.
Yeah, okay, they're getting reforms mid. Honestly, strong column hold here could finish it out.
Yep.
You see
They
Steve
need more
trying.
than that, though. They need 3 to close it out.
Rob does a great job dogfighting in Waterfall, getting a pick, and Gold's Warriors are there. They've
Eric's back
responded.
up speed on right gate.
Oh, slow jail for Gold Warriors. That is, I mean, if you're going to have 3 up for the enemy team, you want them to be slow.
So D-Ray picked up on a weakness of what looks like a second Dallas team weakness, which is when they go to close out the snail, they go from the same side. So we just saw everybody come from the outside as a squadron as opposed to coming from both sides.
Yeah, you got to choose a pathing, I guess, where you can exert pressure from both sides. Ooh, Heriberto, let's go. Taking a nice walk about town. Probably needs to get out here, unable to do so because he gets stuck on the platform.
Yep. The step ledge, that's what they call it in Dallas.
Step, yep. That wing step is no joke. Sometimes you just forfeit a little bit to the outside, and all of a sudden your nice well all the way down is cut off. Gets a reform. That's big. They're no longer. Oh, okay. Implication maybe by Cesar on gold checks. Forces Heriberto to turn and punished well by Gold Queen, Eduardo. Okay.
Oh.
Here's the thing. I kind of like the berry pivot. If you're going to be an OBJ team and know, hey, when we're locked out and not controlling Snail, I'm an OBJ runner, then more power to you. You knew to run berries in that situation. 5 is, nothing crazy, especially as the remaining berries dwindle from the dogfight we're seeing. Lots of speed forms are taking those berries down as well. The berry count down faster than maybe otherwise. Wipe for gold is just now 1-1 for warrior count. Both slow. Oh no, a second warrior out for right gate and a third warrior out for blue mid. Get out of there, Stripes. And stuff. Oh, I got pushed out.
Immediate kill there from Rosalinda coming up. And Stripes gets got up top.
Okay, watch out for Gold Skulls here. Gold Skulls is Speed Warrior, and Gold Abs wants to form Speed Warrior. If they can make that happen, it'll be 2 Speed Warriors for Gold heading into like a pre-famine. Like, okay, there's 1 warrior. It's a slow, yes it is. Now a second speed warrior. This is big. The inside cab for gold. Oh, and checks. So we got it again. Rob, Sarah, and Daff all up speed.
Yikes.
They don't have any Snail Rider right now, so they're going to make a high-risk play. High-risk play, Herberto.
I can't even see where he is on the map. He's moving so quickly. It's like he's skipping frames.
Oh, my God. Daff with the midnight special. That's Amore Moon in the background. Picturesque finish to that night map. Well done by Clearly Egregious. Who wins the set?
Oh,
2-0.
yeah, nice.
They're getting better. I don't know what to say, Chris.
Yeah.
Weird Worm versus D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. now.
Okay. This one's going to be good. I'm hyped right now. These two have been.
I'm going to go let D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. know.
Okay. Yeah, Weird Worm from New York. D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. from Ohio, I believe. Let me double check. Portland. They are the Portland team. I'm glad they could make it out despite the snowstorm. Weird Worm doing their chant to start the match. All right, we have Weird Worm on gold cab. The D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. on blue. Dylan he's been putting on a show. I've really enjoyed watching D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. This is my first time getting to see Dylan in person. Yeah, Portland's got a strong team here. Definitely got a puncher's chance against any one of these teams. Any one of them.
Sarah ran a speed berry on a night map earlier, and I loved it. No, Sarah on the snail. Okay, that's probably what D was asking us to poke Sarah about. Well, I'll let them know if I see him. Right now, they're going to get a break. They will be back in action one more time tonight against Floduh Men.
I guess, so we're running the other group on there's two more groups, right?
Yes, so Group B, B2, has been running simultaneously on the far cab. And after this, we will have groups C2 and D2 happening on the two streams. So then that will be the conclusion of day one.
And if you want to catch any of this action, it's all being streamed. Solo.to/KQSFL is a great website that Heather put together that has everything you want to see about this tournament in a centralized location, whether it's the team makeups, the individual ones, both of the streams. She did a great job of putting together a very, very concise.
My BD. I thought Weird Worm was on cab. In Daff, not Sarah, Clearly Egregious. Rob, so if it was Weird, that would have been Cesar on checks and Sam on stripes for Clearly Egregious if they were on gold.
Let's see. Eduardo,
they were
Cesar,
just on
Lex,
they were just
Sam,
on gold,
and
yeah.
Sarah.
So, apologies. Thanks for the correction. I appreciate you, D.
All right. Everybody's played. No warm-ups. Here we go. Gold team is D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. on blue, and gold is Weird Worm.
That's right. Blue team 1 mid. Good stuff by D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F. They're got their formations. They want to speed. Okay, 4 up, 2 speed. Kind of love to see it.
I
now just
always
3.
love to see it. Yeah, bring it.
Ooh, okay, Abdu. Going for it. They're doing the washing machine right now. Like that warm-up where you're just doing laps around that platform.
Yeah, you're right. This is like a warm-up.
It's not a warm-up, though. This is a live game. It was just the movement pattern was interesting. It reminded us of the warm-up tech earlier. Oh, stick punish, not done. Abdu hit a pretty hard stick, and there might have been the spacing to punish it, but I think Gold Stripes thinking, not Stripes, one of the Gold Warriors thinking wiser of it. Good worker bumps, gets a queen kill on Dylan. Maybe not worker bumps, must have been a warrior bump because all the workers are down. Okay.
What is happening with Snail here? They're
Gold Stripes saw that the team was down and they want to reform speed. So Gold Stripes said, I'll take one for the team. I'm going to hover transfer these guys and buy space for my team to reform speed in their time. And now if Gold Abs wants to reform, they can. They almost get to, but the idea being Gold isn't hurting for Warriors while they're making their speed investment, which is obviously important to them on Weird Worm.
crafty move there from Dylan, avoiding the pinch.
So now we got Daphne up speed, coming out of left gate right now. Picked off a little bit and not answered by Sam, who's controlling mid space and trying to keep Blue Queen a little low. Oh, good invasion by Marion on Gold Skulls, using that speed to her advantage, cross underneath that queen unawares. Gets picked off by the stack. Well done. Blue Stripes Jason, that was a critical two-piece you got there. Well done, man. That saves the tempo. Now you can get a speed warrior. That'll complement your two slow warriors. Hopefully you can set up plays together. They do have to meet up. They haven't. No, it's going to happen left. Jason did a good job of holding that space and making sure that their speed warrior in blue abs, Abdu, can get up.
Everybody's getting pinched over right gate right now. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's a party.
Yeah. This Weird Worm team is in pretty good sync of always being where they need to be.
Oh, my God. Okay, Blue Queen gets out. After a rough go of it. Good challenges by the Gold Warriors.
And Dylan's doing great, but like the thing is, everywhere he turns, there are Gold Warriors over his head. Literally everywhere. He makes a good move. He picks one of them off. There's two more in there above him.
Can't catch a break.
So just great map awareness.
Weird Worm up one.
And again, I don't hear the chant, so I don't know if we can actually score that for Weird Worm.
You gotta watch the webcams. They do little gestures.
I can see them right here.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I can barely hear it over this mess of people here at Glitch Bar.
It is getting nice and lively here.
Yeah.
Lots of KQ people, but our numbers are definitely being boasted on this Saturday afternoon as it gets to be about 6 o'clock. I hope Group C and D can finish through their pools without too much interference, I guess, from the riffraff.
From this horde or from the Armed and Gelatinous tournament that's coming soon.
Oh, good.
I can't wait. I like chaos.
Great open by Blue Queen, winning mid for her team and denying a workers open. Gold team not too miffed about it. They got a speed warrior out of right, and they'd still want to rebuild, but it'll just be a little delayed. They're going to do big speed worker investments. As did Blue. Blue's also trying to transition their speed workers. That's two speed warriors Blue. And they can set up columns here on Gold Abs, but man, it is really hard to properly close out a column down on a speed warrior.
Dylan got a heck of a stick kill there. He didn't really stick. He just spiked the queen. Just absolutely pegged the frame that he was going to be on the ceiling.
Okay. Abdu setting up a column. Forces Gold Queen out. The coverage by Gold Abs. Daphne got their queen out of danger. But still, despite the hustle, Sam goes down to last egg, or last life. No eggs left. 3 out Blue. They are riding their snail, so they're on tempo. Yeah, you don't see Sam diving down to kiss the queen and try to hit a pinch with his warrior because he can't trade. He had blue warriors behind him, so he can't make that warrior pinch, that queen pinch trade. Unfortunately, he does need to vacate the space in due time to get some reforms because they don't have any wing gates right now. Oh, what a prediction. Blue Skulls had a great movement, and it covered a very conventional option, and Sam knew it and chose a mix-up escape out of that right gate, diving out and away.
During this lockout, we have berries flooding in
Yeah, that's the
And-
hot call by Gold team.
And Gold had quite a bit of snail progress, so they have time. Although Blue
Big breath.
switched.
Oh, Sam gets out of the column. It's not out of dodge yet because you got Blue Abs, Speed Warrior, Matt Abdu wanting the punish. And Sam knows he can't even go tag that mid gate because Abdu will be right behind him.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Blue has pivoted to a berry team themselves. They got 5 tops. They got 3
meet
to
up
go.
right. Okay, they got to meet up right. This could be big if they can get a last top. Oh my! That's it. That's it. That's the drip. That's the pressure valve that Sam needed to come back into this map. One more top berry. There it is.
All right, 3
Goes
berries.
back in this.
Yeah, 3 bottoms for Gold, 2 bottoms for Blue.
It was absolutely dominant for Blue for so long, but just a map deciding play here or there by Sam. That's all it took. A meet up at right. A drip kill on their Speed Warrior. All of a sudden, you got your top berries and you're reforming.
Gold Hive Guard is down, though. Tries a cool berry. It doesn't need it. That's the lower one.
Another good pick off by Abs and Gold Queen.
2 on each side.
Just 1 for Blue, though. It's the mid berry, so that can be hard to route to from below.
Yeah.
You can obviously can jump up to it, but it is a little harder. Okay,
That puts
1
Blue
low
on
berry.
last.
Oh my gosh, double last berry, both technically
Yeah.
lows. Escorted. Oh my God, underneath! They did it!
How? There were 3.
I can't believe it!
3
That was Rob?
Gold Warriors. They were everywhere.
Did Rob do that? Robitato, PDX.
Oh my goodness.
Holy moly! It had sleeves, so it was either Stripes, it was either Jason or Rob.
Man,
Jason, you think? Nice. Okay, thank you, Alyssa.
There was so much military pressure there. I don't know how he snuck that in. I thought Queen needs to go tag gates, get some more warriors because eventually this is going to break. No, we're just going to walk through all 4 swords and walk the berry in. Here you go.
Wow. All right, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F takes map 2, which means we get to see Night. That was our first second map selected Dusk. So this game 3 goes back to Night, the remaining map in the series. Without a white shirt. Oh man, yeah, that is the white shirt, the white tank for Sam. Wait. Okay,
Who are you looking for?
I'm talking about Gold Queen right now.
Gotcha.
For a second, I thought you were talking about clearly Egregious Sam from San Francisco.
Yes, there are quite a few Sams. Not too many Chris's today. Some Brians. Yeah.
I've been learning the Steves. I didn't know the Steves as well, but there's a couple that I got to get to know. Wow, what a very climactic finish there for Blue team.
Gold opens top, but doesn't get a warrior up there.
Yep. And now,
Nice play from Dylan.
yeah, Dylan doing a good job of denying.
Boy, look at how fast he's moving. Got a speed queen somehow.
He's turned up. His blood got flowing. Oh, man. Good worker bump. Gets a kill secure for Sam. Oh, good columns down by Gold Stripes.
They are running berries hardcore on the blue side.
Gold Stripes is Rob. Trying to set up. Yes, he does get to execute the pincer with Marion on Speed Skulls, who's passing a berry underneath. Back of the Hive. Oh, gosh, there's an escort by the Queen. She tried to pass the berry, couldn't get out of the Hive, and got picked off.
Uncontested
really good job by
speed snail,
Blue.
almost to the waterfall.
Oh, no.
Here it comes in the waterfall.
For real?
Still speed.
It's happening. They're gonna have to start diving down the waterfall urgently. Okay, Blue Queen does, and Gold wasn't quite in position to punish, but they are happy to retake the space after they vacate and need to cycle the map.
Gold snail right back in the cage, and that should be
Let's
it.
go, Marion.
That
That'll
should be
close it out. Last feed. Okay, there it is. Wow. Excellent job
What's the
by
setup?
Weird Worm. That's
That is a
2-1,
win.
Weird Worm.
Yep. That's a classic KQ berries versus snail. You get the early berry advantage, and snail just does what it does.
Yeah. And if you can't, you're coming from military disadvantage, so as long as your queen can hold her own in like the neutral mat or against their queen and maybe deny mid, hold mid columns, that's hard to claw back from. Next up, we got Weird Worm in a back-to-back set versus SHREK. So
Oh, Weird Worm playing 3 in a row. Is that right?
no, 2 in a row.
That
It
just
was,
got it. Just
yeah.
now. All right, Shrek's going to be on gold. Weird Worm on blue.
Good. Did you want to hop on?
No, I got to
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yes, it's a Weird Worm versus SHREK on
Yeah,
main cab.
they're ready.
Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
Way to go. I
This is-
appreciate the self-staging by all the competitors. They've been pretty on top of it.
The nice time in the tournament when everybody's so invested in the tournament that they're actually getting on cab.
Yeah.
Group C and D. While we got the turn, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. I think when you asked, the set was at either 1-1 or
Oh, no,
over
it
and
was
2-1.
right as it was ending, 2-1, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to reset for him. Having an announcement happening from MJ there. Teams are taking this time, or at least Weird Worm is, to go over some last-minute tactics.
A little bit of momentum coming off that night map. Hopefully they're feeling good. Their juices are flowing, and they're going to take it to SHREK. SHREK had a little bit of time after their last set, so maybe they can make some adaptations, catch their breath, on the other hand, and show Weird Worm what they're made of.
Weird Worm left to right. Who do we have here?
Weird Worm left to right. In the webcam perspective, left is Rob on blue checks.
Okay.
We have Marion on blue skulls, Sam, blue queen, Abs, Daphne, and then blue stripes is Tyler. And you know the gold team.
I do indeed. That's SHREK. That is left is
Steve.
Yeah, they're lined up. No, Steven is on checks. Skulls, that's Eric. Heriberto on queen. We've got Rosalinda on abs beside him. And finally, riding the snail permanently is Katie in stripes.
Favorable queen open for gold. Heriberto flexing his muscles a little bit. He's feeling good, and he's revving. Talk about that. This man doesn't need a warm-up. He's going in. And he gets a nice kill early. To create a little bit of advantage for his team. But blue does have 2 speed warriors, and they've been picking off the gold warriors slowly but surely, who are trying to reform, if not speed, slow. But getting denied well by all this speed pressure. Good stick and then opt out by Roberto.
Oh, just toying with blue stripes there, standing down underneath her.
So vertically dynamic, Roberto. Responding to his ricochets well, responding to his sticks well. Wow. Incredible. It was a really good stick play by Roberto, picking up a nice lip in from a warrior. Crossing underneath the queen. That's cutting it close, my guy. But Sam letting his team take the reins for a little bit. There you go. Rosalinda gets a pick off. Still 2 speed warriors. Still 2 speed warriors for blue, and they're going to rebuild 2 more speed workers. Hopefully, hoping to meet up with Sam when convenient.
No objective pressure to speak of.
This is interesting. I don't love. I think Sam was talking to his teammate, which is why he was just scraping ceiling. He was probably making an in-cab decision. Good stick punish by gold checks. But they were kind of in disadvantaged state. They didn't have the wing gates they needed to format. They had the speed workers, but not to meet up with the queen. And now they don't even have the speed workers.
And they have no gates. This is bad. They meet up under left gate. Get 1 warrior.
1 slow warrior. Big cycle up. Where are your workers, blue? Where are you going to meet up with them? Where are they going to pick their berries? How are they going to get to you? This is the hard stuff that the advanced queens are considering.
Bump by Katie. Saves her warrior temporarily, it seems, but.
Oh my gosh. They're really trying to fortress that left wing gate because the snail's also there. And the person stacking with blue queen can. Oh!
Don't dance with him. Do not dance with him.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, well done by gold team.
But yeah, Katie was so good with these bumps over here. Like, they couldn't kill her off the snail. Like, they could maybe slow her down for a couple of frames, and they couldn't release that pressure at all. So
I hope the on-cab talk by Sam was a good adjustment. It did cost them a bit of pressure on that map, so hopefully they can rally for what they choose as their second map. It looks like Knight is their selection. SHREK up 1, gold up 1 against Weird Worm. That's a full New York team on gold versus
full
DFW full DFW team on gold.
Correct.
In SHREK and a full New York team on blue. Okay, unorthodox worker open by blue checks. Kind of works though. It paid off.
Yeah, denying left gate. Can't
Gold
get
checks needed to cross to theirs to get to form up slow at their gate at right wings. Oh, good pick off by Roberto.
Oh,
big.
that's a
He's got the
potential
yeah.
pinch,
The Warriors reserve. They don't have the speed advantage, so
and they get a queen kill
they
anyway.
pick it up anyways.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. You force
'Cause
the queen
there's-
down out of the situation.
Yeah, 3 warriors. They just keep flying through the waterfall, and eventually one of them gets them.
You see Alberto cross
Another.
underneath
Yes.
that queen to set up the advantageous column that his warrior already had.
Yeah.
He's like laying up his teammate. Let's say, I'm going to cross underneath. You hit it. Ooh.
Oh, like stuck.
Invincibility play.
Yeah, gave him some extra invincibility frames by being inside the character model, but he was right there.
Oh, good punish by.
Another queen kill.
Wow.
Blue queen's on last, and this is a dominant map from SHREK. Look out.
Excellent work.
Trying to tag mid gate on the way. The hero does pick off a warrior.
Don't count out Sam.
No.
We've been here before on this on night map. Sam, excellent pathing, brought his team back into this map with some heroism. Oh, but there it is, closed out, bumping berries in that long flat tunnel. Roberto's team comes out 2-0 over Weird Worm. Well done, DFW.
That was a heck of a night map. Just coast-to-coast domination there.
And now we've got our last match of Group A. Floduh Men
and Clearly Egregious. Now, Clearly Egregious still undefeated. They're wish this would update a little more live. All right, Clearly Egregious at 3-0. They're pretty much winning this. Yeah, they're the only team without a loss. Every other team has at least 2 losses. So Clearly Egregious has won the group stage. They will be our #1 seed tomorrow. And then Floduh Men 0-3. So this doesn't really impact too much the seeding. But look at that. 2-2 Weird Worm 5 maps. Look at that. 2-2 5 maps. 2-2 5 maps. 2-2 5 maps.
For what it's worth,
All one tiebreaker. This is a straight tie.
if Floduh Men gets if they sweep Clearly Egregious, which is a bit of a stretch, but Floduh Men would be tied. They would actually be first seed. Floduh Men could take first seed right now.
So, no. Floduh Men are 0-3,
Yeah,
right? So they can't.
but it comes to points first. Playing for map points first. If they go 4 and Clearly Egregious stays at 6, they'll be tied. And in the historical matchup between these two teams, Floduh Men won.
What? All right. Well, then they have something to play for.
They have first seed to play for.
Yeah.
They gotta win all of them though.
Yeah. They're either going first or last.
That's true. First or last. Floduh Men with it all on the line with these. Whoa, wait, no, I'm wrong. That was when we were doing the 4 map sets. They can only win 3 maps here. So this is.
That's true. That's true.
This is kill secured for Clearly Egregious.
All right.
They're locked in.
But really what I'm looking at is Weird Worm, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, and SHREK all tied 2-2, all with 5 points, all with tiebreakers. They've round robin and played and killed each other. The TO's going to have to figure it out because a clear winner was not given between Weird Worm, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, and SHREK. That's awesome. This is competitive. This is some good matches we are having here at Glitch Bar. It's part of our
Gotta love power pools.
HCC3, and they're just now getting on the crazy indie matches, so it's about to get even more nuts here. I am very curious how they're going to resolve that.
Well, we know that, like you said, Floduh Men will be they will be last seed, and we know Clearly Egregious. So the teams playing are locked into their position, but we do have a 3-way tie between the Weird Worm, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, and SHREK, like you were saying. I'm
So
sure,
improbable.
And I'm sure it's like an RPS of this team beat that team, which
It
beat that
is,
team,
yeah.
which beat the first team.
Yeah, let's see. Got D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F defeats SHREK. Defeats Floduh Men. D.I.L.L I.G.A.F defeated by Clearly Egregious.
SHREK beat Weird Worm 2-0. That's
And
the only
Weird-
team that they beat other than Floduh Men. So they would be
That might give them the tiebreaker disadvantage. Weird Worm defeats Floduh Men and D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F, so they are in no different position.
Yes.
And D.I.L.L I.G.A.F defeats Floduh Men and SHREK. So there you go. Total tie.
If the challenge is configured correctly, it'll take care of it. But I don't know if it's configured correctly.
I don't know.
It
how
might
many,
even come down to initial seed for the group.
Yeah, I don't know what another tiebreaker is because all tiebreaks are equal. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, these teams to be good.
Seems to be good.
Yes.
Some good KQ.
I am. I wish I could play that well.
And more power to SHREK coming up from initial seed of Group B, ascending and getting into the mix with the Group A fighters.
Clearly, yeah, clearly they belong. The only team, let's see. And they're dangerous. How do they do against clearly Egregious?
Are you
2-0 clearly Egregious. That's
Yeah.
that's the one who seems to be the class of the tournament. Everybody's consensus #1 seed, and they're on the map on the cab now. About to start day map. Clearly Egregious, your blue team. Floduh Men, your gold team.
okay? Aston trying to form right speed. He gets up. It's a nice thing. If they can get gold checks up speed right as
Yep,
well,
there it
that's
is,
two
too.
speed warriors. And Gold Skull's causing mayhem in the middle of the map, bumping these blue warriors about. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out for MJ. Who gets picked off by one of them. Now he's going to take a lap. His warriors are doing work on the map. Oh, no good outplay by Blue Stripes. Cesar just holding his ground and getting a kill on a bad lip in. Okay, blue trying to reform, as is gold. This is when things on the map get weird. Like, do you secure your own forms? Do you invest in speed? Do you rush to get a slow warrior out so that you can deny the speed workers when they try to form? And it looks like blue coming out ahead with those picks. It's now 3 warriors.
That's a wipe right there, yeah.
Wipe on gold. Well done, clearly Egregious.
Yeah, never good to be in a tunnel, no matter how good you are.
Calls out the no stick, does Blue Skull's Sarah Greenwood, and gets a queen kill for it, putting MJ on last. I want to see who aggresses the column and makes MJ forfeit the space. No one has to make the play yet, but we see Eduardo invading right now, and it's just holding the ground and establishing faster than MJ can.
Yeah, it's all that pressure. Hard to handle that when it's 4-on-1. I'm impressed that MJ even got 1 kill there. He probably should have just flown over, tagged the gates, and tried to get another one up. So when is lunchtime officially in Florida?
Probably like 1 a.m. or something.
Ah, all right, then I'm still good.
They sell food here.
Yeah.
Glitch Bar, thank you for accommodating us with a special breakfast menu. The implication bump. You had Gold Stripes, who is, if I can see correctly, that's Malloy, invading the Blue Queen's personal space, sticking her right in that mid-long into the queen behind her.
Yeah, that breakfast croissant hit the spot. That's why I'm okay right now.
Oh, I went for the Danish, the cheese and jam Danish. I was pleased. Okay, we want to see where Blue Abs is going. Where's Lex? He gets to form left, assisted. Oh my gosh, it was assisted by Cesar, who trades a queen kill for his own life. I think he was a slow ward. Holy big picks over mid. Lex and Queen do. Really upsetting that. I mean, Gold has 2 warriors, but they were locked down in Blue Hive for a minute, which is maybe a misallocation when your queen's getting bullied around this much.
That was a quick one.
Well done, clearly Egregious.
106 on
2-0.
that map.
That's the end of Group A, Chris.
Hey!
You've done it. You've got one more pair of groups to go.
All right, let's go. Bring them on. Hey, if it's as entertaining as this group stage was, then bring it on.
I think it might have come down to initial seeding. The standings are clearly Egregious 1, Weird Worm 2, D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F 3, and SHREK 4, Floduh Men 5
That's
in Group A.
wild.
That should be your seeds for DE tomorrow.
Yep. Wow. 4.
Yeah, someone should do
D.I.L.L.I.G.A.F.
the
3,
forensics on the challenge
Yeah,
just to make sure it's all calculated correct.
That looks correct. Yeah, the seating it just holds. That's so weird.
Well done to Group A teams.
It was entertaining. I wish we would have gotten it like, kind of settled. I guess we could get it settled tomorrow, one way or the other.
Dylan, okay, Alyssa. He's not, I mean, yes, Dylan's getting a 3rd seed. It was based on Power Pool's performance, which he performed admirably in, but I think
we need to get our stage up.
that's just when Dylan's most dangerous.
We're C, correct? C.
To my knowledge, we'll have C on the main cab and D on
That would
the
be
far
Last
cab.
of Us and Snail Team 6.
I'll be over playing on in Group D, so enjoy the C content.
It's been a pleasure, JC. Thank you for joining.
Nice talking with you, Chris.
Yeah.
Hang in
good
there,
luck.
man.
Good luck.
Do you need anything? You good?
Yeah, I'll be. Come check on me after this one. I might be half dead at the end, but
Or
we're gonna make it.
good hustle, man.
All right, Last of Us and Snail Team 6. I can speak. Are we live? I do not know. Randoms on the cab. Okay, there you go. Randoms on the cab it is. Actually, this is a good time for me to close out the stream. And we're going to come right back. I'm just going to reboot it. That way we have a break between the pools. Be right back.